Hmm. You can still do Quas Wex or Quas Exort, and it'll be fine. As far as Aeon side, they picked up a Venomancer and an Elder Titan, which I like the Elder Titan pickup. I just don't know who they're gonna mesh up with to help Elder Titan and company kill the person that they're trying to go for, because that return to natural order does massive, massive work versus a bunch of agility people like Luna.
Yep, definitely. Like the
Hmm.
EMP after patch, it's just a nasty thing if you get caught by it, and if the entire team gets caught by it, this is abort mission.
Yep. Pretty much no stats for you or no armor for you, less magic resist, and Elder Titan ulti does hurt quite a bit too. So I mean, yeah, Aeon, they have a nice solid lineup once again. Last time around though, Dilcom, they picked up a lineup that I was questioning very heavily, but they made it work. So we'll start to wait and see if Aeon can actually pull off what they want to go for.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because last game we had the didn't we have like a Furion like very early ban, and this
Yeah,
time we
first
have
ban.
him very early picked up. That's
Hmm.
interesting. Maybe the ban wasn't even so bad after all.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't. And on the side of Aeon, they banned out a Visage and a Coddle because they're trying to prevent the Coddle plus. I don't know. Does anybody do Coddle PL anymore?
I don't think so. Call of PL is really 2012. Really.
So it's still 2012, guys. This is 2014. We're like that's 2 years behind us. But
Yeah.
for Dilcom, they picked up or they banned out the Barret. They also banned out the Storm. So are they just trying to ban out people who just do well versus Invoker?
Pretty much. I don't know how the Cuddle comes in there, but Visage very early dominance. The Doom. Well, of course you wanna get him out, especially against Invoker,
Hmm.
Disruptor, Nature's Prophet. Low HP heroes at the start, and the disable is very
Actually,
crucial.
actually,
The Clockwork.
that was the other way around. That was the other way
What?
around. Aeon actually banned out the Doombringer.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And Doom would I agree Doom would have worked well versus Invoker, but on the side of Dilcon, they ban out the Barret and they ban out the Storm, which I think they Barret and Storm respectively do well versus Invoker. Because a Storm Spirit can just say, bro, you cold snap me, okay, cool, and he just zips away. Barret is sticky napalm, Invoker has no last hits anymore, because he can't turn around.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. What I like so far about Aeon's like picks is like the Venomancer and its push
Hmm.
potential, plus the Elder Titans, the minus damage, the plus magic damage that is provided by it.
Hmm.
Because in summary, that's pretty nasty. Like if you ever seen a Venomancer with a Whale of Discord
Oh,
plus
wow.
and a Pugna on top of it, so that makes it already two really nice magic sources plus Elder Titan amplifying the whole thing. That's really good.
Hmm. Now, all I'm going to say is in before Lifesteal to pick up, because Lifesteal will just eat Pugna alive. He'll also eat DK alive. Actually, no, Lifesteal doesn't struggle against DK, but DK is one of the few strength-based carries who can actually do well versus Lifesteal because he just has so much freaking armor. And Elder actually on his side, so you can't pick an Elder to counter that. Actually, no, you couldn't counter that if you want to. You need like an AC or Deso or something. But all that aside, though, Lifestealer, I would like to see him picked up because Venomancer and Pugna won't stand a chance, and Elder Titan he might not stand a chance either because Lifestealer pops for regions just easily kills him all day long.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm actually looking forward now to the fourth pick of Dicom. It's a Dazzle. I would have never ever guessed this.
No, why not?
No, because I actually thought now they pick a core, something like they build everything around.
Hmm.
I mean, a disruptor, invoker. Okay, we got a mid, we got a support, possibly a offlane, possibly a jungle. How
Hmm.
does the dazzle fit in, and what is the dazzle and disruptor supporting? What is the core then?
Well, see, if you look at it with the eyes of Dazzle, can drop the ulti or drop his heal. Sorry, not heal. Shallow Grave. He can drop his Shallow Grave on a carry. He can also drop his ulti on top of a few people to get rid of all the armor that DK has. Because, like I said before, DK has a huge pull of armor. He gets 12 free armor just by putting 4 points in an ability.
Yeah,
For goodness
that's true.
sakes. And Pugna, one of his biggest weaknesses relative to the hero is that he has, well, of course, low HP, and he also has very low armor. So Pugna's usually built the mechanisms. Pugna's usually built a lot of armor. So having the negative armor on Dazzle is going to be really helpful in these fights. And a Lycan.
Lycan.
Mm-hmm.
The hell? A
Is that
Lycan.
what? Well, I mean, it's if you look at their lineup, it's a lot of push. Like that is
That is
almost the definition of a
Venomancer
push for them.
wards. That's
Mm-hmm.
Pugnablast, and
Mm-hmm.
that's Lycan wolves, possibly a Necro plus the Howl.
And
Yeah,
DK
it
breathe fire.
definitely works out. Of course, and we also like level one on uh of Dragon Knight's ultimate. You also have like the damage over time, which goes for buildings as well. So that's like
Yes.
4 times really nice pushing power.
hmm And they also have auto time there for the team fight. So when people like Prophet, Disruptor, and Dazzle do try to show up and defend their tower, Elderton, all he has to do really is just stand still next to him. They have less armor, less mass resistance, just die a lot faster.
Culblu, can
That's
you
it.
check your microphone in game because I just had someone saying like they can't hear you. Maybe sensitivity or maybe it's guys like Dota has been bugged. Like we had to restart the game like 4 or 5
There you
times, and every time the settings have been set to default. So yeah,
go. Yeah. Well,
like
I
I
mean,
just
one
checked.
thing.
Mine is definitely open for Dota TV.
Yeah, mine is open too. But one thing for mine is like I can't see my cursor, and I don't know. I don't know if that's playing an issue.
No, I can't see
With
it at the moment either. But like we should see it as soon as the draft is over, and I hope that fixes the problem. Yeah,
I do too.
Volvo is at the moment messing with us.
Yeah, Volvo testing out more motors, trying to get us to go buy more cars, and a faceless void going to be pick up
A faceless
for
void.
Gilcom.
Well, that is very nice because you know why? Because you get a void and
hmm
a 4 range setup. So if this void gets a nice chrono, you have
hmm
4 people bashing on it pretty much, and that's yeah, very nice, very nice.
And also an added thing, Aeon, they're going to be doing a lot of pushing, so they're going to be doing a lot of five-man Dota. And that means Faceless Void has many, many, many opportunities to actually drop a five-man chrono and kill every single person. And nope, no cursor for me.
Yep, no cursor from me either.
Oh, wait, no, it just came up. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So definitely, like you're broadcasting in Dota TV, I'm broadcasting in Dota TV, and my cursor is back as well. I don't know
Right.
what's going on with the game. Game is broken. Doesn't
Game
matter.
is hard.
We still cast.
Yes, we can still cast.
So I
We
do the intro really fast. We have on the Dragon Knight Nato. We have Dennis on the Lycan. Fabio this time swapping from Lone Druid to ET. Like the Mr. Hard 786 is on the Venomancer, and the Pugna, like armored with 2 wards already, is Mike Wazowski.
Yes, Mike
Is Mike
Wazowski.
Wazowski something I should know?
Mike Wazowski. No, it's Monsters Inc. Monsters Incorporated.
Ah,
It,
okay.
it, it, it was a movie, a Pixar movie.
Okay. I
Yeah,
learned something.
there you go. You can look it up. It was a cool movie. I mean, it's old. It came out like 2008, something like that. Maybe 2007. Wow, that's a long time ago. It's like 7 years ago. Ah, I'm getting old.
I've never seen it. I have to admit it. I've never seen
No,
it.
no, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, Mike was yeah, you pronounce it Wazowski. Mike Wazowski
Yeah, White Wazowski.
or Mike Kikowski.
Yeah.
That works too. But I'm on the side of DC because we need to do the full introductions on both sides. Oh boy, these names on this disruptor. We see Hakura Thor on this disruptor. Moving on to this Dazzle, we see. I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna call him Tan. I'm just gonna say Tan. Is that cool? Okay. Actually, okay. The first time I'll try. Tan Dikunada.
Ton de Kunda. Yeah, it
Tan
sounds
Dikunada.
Japanese, I guess.
Which means I can't pronounce it, but I'll call you Tan. There you go. And on the side, on his face is Void. He's playing an important role of late game carrier or just person who can probably bash you to death. We see Takamaru, and I think I can pronounce that one because it looks like Akamaru from
Somehow this sounds familiar too. Is that out of a movie? Some
no,
fight
Naruto.
movie?
It, it,
Takamura.
oh, Takamura, or maybe,
Who
maybe
knows?
I don't know. Names blend together for me sometimes. Like Street Fighter, they're all Ryu. I'm sorry. Wait, I can't do that. Secret. Hold on. My fault, guys. My apologies. But on this Invoker, we see Dark God on him. And last but not least, on this Nature's Prophet, we see Destroyermon. And that ends the
Destroyermon.
call-outs.
Destroyermon. I guess he's referring to buildings there since he's playing a rat. The name actually
Nice.
fits.
The name does fit.
The Destroyermon just struck a tower.
Yep, destroying your tower since 19 seconds ago. All right, so yeah, so we talked a little bit about the lineup. Aeon, they have a push strat, And if you guys don't know about me and push strats, I have a theory on push strats. But I would first like to pose a question to you, Heflamoke. Do you know the theory behind push strats?
What do you
Like the
mean as
timing windows.
theory?
The timing
Like the
windows.
advantage of having it?
No. The timing window, like the clock that they're against.
25 minutes.
25 minutes. There you go. Perfect. That's well, actually no. I say 30 minutes, but 25 minutes, 30 minutes, or 35 minutes in that somewhere in that time range. It's like 30 minutes plus or minus 5 minutes is the time window that they have. Because with a push strat, you're all doing 5-man pushes. And what happens when you're doing 5-man pushes? Half muck.
Well, you lose a lot and you have to be successful, otherwise the entire strategy is not, not going
Mm-hmm.
anywhere.
And it goes nowhere because you share a lot of XP, so you lose a lot of that solo XP you could be getting. You lose a lot of gold potential unless you collect every single tower within the first 6 minutes, which is not likely. And also on top of that, if you lose a team fight, then you guys are all like low level, so you'll come back up fast. Cool. But that means that the enemy's probably going to claim that tower that you guys are fighting or fighting in the lane of. So
Yep.
it's going to be very tough, I had to say, for Aeon
I
because they
think
have
we
a push.
can. I think we can already predict something from the items. Like I'm gonna see this Nature's Prophet as being on the offlane because he got two Share Tangos, a Ring of Basilos, pretty nice, and two Clarities to keep him up with the mana. Like
Mhm.
Dazzle's heading to safe lane is definitely babysitting Mr. Void. Void
Yep.
having Tangos and a Self himself, a Stout Shield, which is pretty much standard. And we also have the Disruptor heading towards the safe lane, so this is gonna be a tri-lane. The Invoker mid, which is kind of self-explanatory. I mean, he got two Shared Tangos now, so
Mhm.
he can sustain in that lane. A Null Talisman for last hitting. On the other side, we have the two wards and a Ring of Protection on the Pugna, so I guess there's a Basilos coming out, and he's gonna put one of those wards, we're gonna see that pretty soon, I hope, on the bottom rune. Like, unfortunately, DK didn't buy anything yet, but Lycan is having two branches and the Ring of Protection, so I guess Vladimir's, most
Yes,
likely.
yes, of course.
And
He's going for
on,
Vlad's. He,
yeah,
he 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 might be going for a fast up Basilius, but we have to see if he gets any region.
yep. And on the Venomenter, well, we have Tango's Self and the Clarity. Um, we have Smoke of Decide picked up by him already.
Hmm.
And we have the ET heading for the offlane. One set of Tangos. Gauntlet of Strength. Most likely a Urn, I
Yep.
guess.
Hmm.
Or we could also see drums. This is also not too uncommon on the ET.
Hmm. More damage, more move speed equals more, and also the aura helps his team out. But yeah, like if AL wants to go for that push strat, yeah, the items that they have, I wouldn't say the items that they have are screaming, oh my gosh, we're going for a 5-man push at like the 3 minute mark, because they can still do a 5-man push at the 3 minute mark.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
might they might be just trying to get those initial levels first.
Yep. And my little statsman behind the scenes just told me like Disruptor is the top 10 most picked supports in 6.8, along with Dazzle. So yeah,
Oh, nice.
there we go, and they have both of them.
Yes, they do. On the side of DC, so DC are looking to be in tip-top shape to claim a victory this game, but it's kind of like a flip of roles if you ask me. Because Aeon, they have a nice little early game type strat, and DC, they have a late game strat. Whereas last time around, Aeon had the late game strat, and DC had the early game strat.
To be
And as
honest,
far
I
as
don't think it DC is too late game, because as soon as that Void is level 6, and we don't know yet what the Invoker is going for, like alone the Chrono plus the Invoker, let's say he gets two people, like
Mhm.
Chronoed in the same place, like the Invoker can take them both out, just simply for the fact that he can free cast on them, and like Nature's Prophet ultis coming in, like you have Dazzle damage as
Well,
in
wait,
poison,
yeah,
etc. It's
yeah.
like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's pretty
I
crazy.
would, I, honestly, I'll have to disagree with that point because I mean, Faces Void, he's gonna keep farming. Like I foresee Faces Void walking and run. I was gonna say I foresee him picking up a hand of Midas,
Yep,
but
Midas getting him.
I do foresee Faces Void just trying to get as much farm as possible, and he won't be involved in the fights. So once he hits level 6, if he pops his Chrono, it's gonna be either to run away or because the person is obviously dead, but they have some way to escape. Like Venomancer just got a Venomous Gale that he needs to hurry up and get the kill. So he drops his Chrono, catches up the Venomancer, kills him, and then runs away. So I don't see Faces Void being actively using his ulti. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yep. Let's see. I mean, if they put a lot of tower pressure up Aeon, that is, with their early strategy, he might has to he might have to rotate. I mean, but we're gonna see about this. Like, either they actually just say, okay, screw the tower, we don't need it. Like, we can even go to the tier 2 as long as our void gets farm and is coming back then at some point. Or they say like, oh my god, we lost like the 3rd, the 4th tower, and they're going for tier 3 or tier 2 pushes now. And I think void, you gotta come in. You have to give us this chrono. So this is, I guess, this is something that will come out in the team communication. But right now, I'm more looking forward to Mr. DK reconnecting. I'm just glad to see we're not the only ones who have Volvo problems today.
Do you know what they're saying?
I have no idea. Está
Oh, that's Spanish.
reconectando. Reconectando.
I don't know what Esta means. I feel like I should know. But Esta.
No, he is reconnecting.
Oh, okay.
Or he's either reconnecting or reconnected. Like the O ending in Spanish was either of the participles. I don't know. I don't know. Not sure.
See, boom! You obviously paid much more attention than I did in Spanish class. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, it looks like they're finally everybody's in. DK might be checking out things, make sure they're good. Asking for the G on the side of D, and everybody's saying go. So we're gonna get this game out on the road. So you guys got to hear our theory crafting. Now I have to ask this question to you. Do you see any of our theory crafting stuff coming true?
I hope so, because I hate to be wrong. Simply for that fact, I hate to be wrong. But I think we are right with the lanes.
Well, as far as the lanes, I don't like Pugna as a support, so already I'm not liking get it, Lycan's on the team. But anyway, I'm not liking the players coming out from Aeon so far, like as with Pugna support, because he bought those wars and he also bought that ring of protection.
Yeah. But he's heading back to the safe lane, so this is a try coming up. The DK is gonna be in mid, probably rushing. I mean, he got 2 branches, probably for lasting a couple of studs, like 2 shared tangos, and this is gonna be a bottle rush.
Yep.
And the ET on the offlane, pretty standard. So the question is, how does it work out? I also I agree. I like to see the Pugna being more farmed instead of a support role, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because a Pugna with no farm. I mean, yeah, Pugna's going to be in the jungle. He's probably going to be the one doing the pulls, and Vidamaris is going to be babysitting Lycan. But really, I mean, Lycan, he can get his own farm. He has his wolves. He'll be fine. He has a I was about to say he has a style ship, but he doesn't. But he has a Vidamaris there babysitting, so he should be able to get his farm in lane. He can also get the farm in jungle. Pugna gets his levels in the jungle, that'll be fine. But just as long as he gets his levels.
Yeah, and we see the Dazzle here sitting on top with Invisible Rune. But it ran out, and he's giving the AT the poison in his face, and runs off.
That poison, that's like everything Dazzle does is physical damage, which is silly to me.
And it actually takes more than 100 HP away from the ET, so yeah, success for Harass. And the same Harass is on the Furion. You see Venomancer. He's skilled actually in Gale, does no damage level 1. If he would have picked up Poison Sting, I think he would have driven the Furion out for like much longer.
Wow, are you kidding me? Dazzle picking up the courier, that gamer sense. He basically they have an observer ward.
Wow.
But I don't think that was a vision range. But good communication coming out from Aeon, or not Aeon, DC, because Invoker saw DK come into lane with, like I said, 2 branches and 2 tangos. So Invoker's like, hey, DK's going to get a bottle very soon, so Courier's going to be coming very soon. Yeah. Hey, Dazzle, just come in.
This is really, really unfortunate for him. But the Courier was on return, so he got the bottle. So the bottle is not in the Courier. So yeah, it's the gold for the Dazzle, for the team, and that's good. But the bottle wasn't inside, so it's just half the damage.
Oh wait, no, that's a lot. That's still a lot of damage because that Courier's down for what, 3 minutes, and DK is going to have nothing but a bottle for 3 minutes.
Well, he has to pick up the rune, double damage spawn on bottom, but he seems not to be heading for it.
Not yet. Probably wants to push the lane out a little bit more. And we also got rotation coming from support. Disruptor heading on mid, trying to see if they can go for a kill on top of DK. And DK is pretty easy to kill because he can't really do much to run away anyway. Especially with Disruptor with his wall and stuff.
And you already see the pushing power. Like they pressure tier 1 already. You have wards up by Vano. Pugna plus level 1. The wolves are out, including Howl, and they already pressured at tier 1. 50% HP.
Yes, and they're gonna go for this as hard as they possibly can. This is not rat Dota, guys. This is a legitimate strategy. The name of the game is Defense of the Ancients, and if you can't defend that thing, you do not deserve to win the game. That said, it does feel like you get robbed sometimes when you do so well, and then the enemy team kills your Ancient first. It's like, crap. Anyway.
I'm still surprised they go for that at level 1 because the wolves are so weak at level 1, so are the Venom wards, and like at level 1, like when I play Venomancer, or you often see Venomancers, like level 1 they barely even cast those wards simply because you can kill them with 1 or 2 hits and they actually give a lot of gold. So
Right.
most
But
Venomancers wait for level 2.
But see, the thing you have to consider as well is you have to consider a strategy. I mean, there's only a Nature's Prophet. What is he really gonna do, except for like just use treants to try to do something? Actually, First Blood goes down up top. Faces Void picks up a kill on top of Elder Titan. Elder Titan got a little too close to the sun, and Dazzle healed him up, and by healed I mean hurt him up. And it looks like maybe Faces got a bash.
Yeah,
Because Elder
that
Titan
was
seemed like
a
he was
lucky
way up.
bash plus the Dazzle heal on I think 2 adjacent creeps, including Void. So that was like the triple damage on the heal link there. That was just too much for ET's HP.
Yep. And he only has 777 HP, so yeah, he can die very easily to all that. Oh my gosh, my phone.
And we see a disruptor with a haste rune now heading for DK, glimpsing him back.
Oh,
and he's a
DK is gonna be dead. He can steal the cold snap, and the sunstrike comes out from Invoker. DK trying to get some right clicks on top of Disruptor. If only DK did not have the cold snap on him, Disruptor would have died.
Yep, that was really close. And we see a dive too at top lane.
They're gonna go all in. Faces Void throwing out the Time Walk, trying to get some slow on top of the Elder Time, but sadly it's only Time Walk level 1. Faces Void deciding to put a lot of more points in Time Lock, so Takamaru just trying to be as aggressive as possible. And this is, to me, this is very similar to Anti-Mage going for mana, like mini points in Mana Break.
Yep. And the funny thing is they don't have a pushing strategy, but like the tier 1 is losing a lot of HP here. I also have to say that Void is pretty lucky. Like he saw, like he had on the first kill, on the first blood, he had already a lucky bash on the ET, and now he was just hitting that range creep, and alone there he had 2 procs. Like
I mean,
I wish I had those procs.
well, it's a 20% chance on a was it pseudo random type stuff. So that means it's gonna happen
And
every 5
bottom
hits.
lane.
Anyway, we got Pugna. Oh my god, Pugna's gonna be going down. Venomous Gale flies through. Prophet taking some damage. I don't think he'll be going. Actually, no, he gets glimpsed of that beautiful glimpse coming up from Disruptor. He actually pulls Prophet. Whoa, wait. What?
No, that
Oh,
no, he sent the Lycan back so he can't hurt the Furion, but the Furion was anyway out. The Furion casted his TP immediately. He was well aware of the fact that he can't get out of there.
Fabio. Fabio's dead. These guys are being really. See, I don't want to say it's Fabio being too far forward because the creeps were back there, so he's trying to get some XP. He's hanging on the outskirts. But versus this lineup, I mean, Dazzle has a slow, Faces Boy has a slow, and Elder Titan, all he can really do to stop these guys from being aggressive is stomp, and he might get time lock while he's trying to channel that. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's a hard line. It's a hard lane.
It's a nasty combination. You get that slow and a mini stun of the Dazzle and the Void, possibly with lucky bashes, and I mean he has 3 levels already in it. So
That's 20%. That's
Yeah.
pseudo random. Pretty much every 5 hits. If he can get 5 hits off of Elder Titan, one of them is guaranteed to be a bash.
yeah, the only good thing about this, at the same time they got the tier 1 in bottom lane for Aeon. So yeah, it's at least something. First tower is down.
Yeah. And actually, Prophet. Have you checked out Prophet's build? Because his build is looking very, very interesting, for lack of better words.
Oh, face boots. That's yep. I think he's
Okay.
he's gonna be actively fighting.
Actually, hold on. Check the courier. Check the courier. Sorry. Wait, hold on. What? Okay, Prophet just had a hand, or just
And
had a
we
glove
have a
face. There we
chrono.
go. There we go. Prophet has a glove. Oh, Chrono on top. Hold on. Chrono on top. What's going on? Elder Titan is going to be going down. Takamaru taking a bunch of damage. He'll be fine though. And yeah, the Chrono did go down. Like I said before, Faces Void is not going to TP into like a team fight and use it. He's going to TP into like maybe Elder Titan's a little bit too close to tower. I'm going to go ahead and pop that and try to kill him.
Yep. And I think the Voiceless Void is so thankful for the ET.
Ooh,
There.
mid. Oh my gosh, action happened everywhere. DK does go down, and DC are just picking these guys apart one by one. Venomous Gale lands on top of Carl the Invoker, but he does have a Ghost Walk. He can use that if he wants to. And Lycan and crew are going to go ahead and show up. Sadly, Lycan's only level 4. This is what happens when you have a tri-lane. Lycan's not level 6 just yet. You know, Disruptor's Wall doesn't really do much because nobody's really moving that fast, and they're going to keep on running forward, and they'll back away. but the push strategy for Aeon needs to happen now. And oh
Yep.
right, by the way, when they left bottom, Prophet claimed the
Yep.
tower.
Prophet did exactly what a Prophet does. The others
Hmm.
fight, he takes towers.
And they get split push, and he's going for a hand of Midas, so he's gonna become a problem late game too.
Yep. I mean, I think he can go for it. He sees like they're dominating. Right now he's even pushing out that bottom lane while they just pressure the tower in mid, and he knows he has time. He just has time. The Midas can kick in.
Yeah, and the Midas will kick in, and like a tier 1 for a tier 2, I don't like this trade at all. I think somebody needs to defend, but who are you gonna send to defend for the Radiant on Aeon side? I mean, they get the mid tower, but they're gonna lose.
Yep.
Okay, not a whole lot, but they will lose a whole lot. Okay, here comes the damage, and they do have a rotation coming from Venomancer. And now Venomancer runs.
Nothing's happening. Yeah, that was close for both sides, but nothing happening. Yeah, but still. Oh, and the Invoker
That
Sunstrike.
Sunstrike. That
Finished off the
Sunstrike.
Lycan. Really nice one. That was a really nice one. But in the meantime, like Prophet did 80% damage on the tier 1. The Void is farming pretty much towers as well because he's absolutely left alone while they 5-man Dota and mid.
Hmm.
Not really good trades. Like this was a standoff with a sneaky Sunstrike even getting a kill and 2 towers for it. A tier 1 for 1 death and 2 towers. Not
And
really worth it.
Dark God on that Invoker, he's got himself a boost to travel. So I mean, like, yeah, they're split pushing him to death. Like, did you predict this, or did you foresee this happening? DC actually split pushing Aeon to death.
No, we actually predicted it exactly the other way around. We thought like, oh yeah, like Aeon is gonna be so active and everything, but like they 5-man and like DC is okay. Yeah, we can hold you off for a while, and in the meantime, like Void is staying on his lane, getting even a tower, and Furion is doing his job.
Oh my god, Face of Void has a Chronosphere available for both of these guys. Actually, he's only kept 2 people. Catches Elder Titan and DK. He's going to go for the kill on top of Elder Titan. Beautiful Pugna, Decrepify. Now we got Face of Void in a lot of trouble. He has a Time Walk available. I don't think he has enough HP to actually use it. And he does have enough HP to actually use it, and then he dies because he ran out of HP because of that Pugna Plague Lord. Meanwhile, Elder Titan ult is going to come through, disrupt the door on his ulti as well, silencing everybody up. And Boker's using those Force Spears to do a little bit of damage. Now we got Pugna a little bit of trouble. He's going to get hit with wow. Poison Touch. He does finally go down, and
They're still in pursuit.
Oh, they're still in pursuit. Yeah, Invoker's just gonna try to go for this all the time. Throws out Sunstrike. Sunstrike just a little bit off. Fabio gonna be able to survive that. And now Venomancer picks up a kill on top of Prophet. Sadly enough, and Disruptor actually gets a glimpse on top of Venomancer. Beautiful glimpse from him. That glimpse isn't max level, and it's only 3 points aside, but it's pretty darn close. Dazzle in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna be taking a bunch of damage here very soon. Negative earn charge already. Venomous Venomous Gale coming through. Not gonna be able to land in time. Pugna really wishes he had some damage, or he really wishes he had some boots or more move speed.
This
But
is
he
a
will be able to throw
suicide
his,
mission.
he will be able to throw out a nice little Nether Blast. Not gonna be able to get the kill on top of Dazzle because the Shallow Grave did come through. Now Pugna will be going down.
Yep.
Face of Void is gonna slap him in the back. And that fight, and the fight's still going on. Oh, we got Nato on that DK. They're gonna be getting killed here, and I think that finally closes the fight.
Yep, that was not really worth it. Like DK wanted to sneak the Dazzle kill, but like he just paid with his life for it. And really interesting to see in this fight was the poison damage. Venomancer was sneaking off the Nature's Prophet. The Nature's Prophet didn't even bother to go out. They were actually in pursuit, but like the wolves on the Nature's Prophet, including the poison still from Gale and Wards, like finished off the Nature's Prophet. I don't think he foreseen that. And like on the return, like Dazzle actually killed off the Venomancer, like with the poison sting. Like I actually thought the Venomancer is making out there, but no,
Right.
he didn't get out. The poison of Dazzle, like just too much damage, and he got so much level with the ET deaths on the offlane.
Yeah, I mean, Elder Titan's deaths. I wouldn't necessarily say Fabio's been feeding or anything, but I mean, okay. The goal of an offlane. The goal of an offlane is that you want to delay your top tower or your tower that you're protecting to going down. You don't necessarily go there to get a whole bunch of farm because you won't get it unless you want to risk your life. And you don't necessarily go there to get a whole bunch of kills. But if you do collect a kill or two, that's great. But the main goal is to make sure your tower doesn't die, make sure you don't die. And Elder Titan, I want to say, did not fulfill the first 2 parts of that very well.
Like,
For that long.
And the Void is having his Battle Fury ready, like
Yeah.
so fast. That was below 12 minutes.
Yes. I want to say he had it when he was when he was going for the fight on Elder Titan and DK, that initial Chronosphere. So that was like,
Yep.
what, 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, I guess maybe it probably was a 10 minute spell of Fury. Like we didn't see quite the pickup because there was that fight that went for I don't know, like 3 minutes fight or so.
Right. Yeah, now we got a push coming from DC. They do have the push necessary to kill things. Prophet does have treants, and Dazzle does have a heal for his treants. Elder Titan going to throw out a stun. Catches Dazzle, which I think is a good target to go for. The Venomous pops his ulti. No, he did not. Venomous is going to go ahead and pop that ulti. Catches Dazzle only. Dazzle shallow graze in time. Eats a bunch of damage. He will be able to. He will be the distraction. Meanwhile, Disruptor on the backside going to take a bunch of damage coming out from Lycan will be able to keep on following, and Disruptor will finally fall. But while all this is happening, we got Faces Void and Prophet on that top tower pushing. We have somebody else on the bottom tower pushing.
Yeah, Invoker. This is they're turning the rat around. It's amazing. Like it's exactly the opposite of what we predicted. Like Invoker's playing rat, and Fury and Void is exactly doing the same. And they can't do anything, Aeon. They've been fighting in mid, they've been low, they had to go back. Okay, they got 2 kills, but they lost a tower for it.
Oh my god, this Chronosphere. Chronosphere catches on top of Lycan, and Venomaster throws out a Plague or Venomous Gale, but it can't really do anything, but just maybe set up Faces for our next kill. Prophet gonna fake a TP, and he will not go to it, and these guys will be fine.
Yep. And like DC is absolutely not impressed like the Invoker. I mean, he's alone here, and he doesn't really care. He knows they are busy like defending the offlane at the moment, so he can just go farm directly in front of their base. Absolutely fearless.
And the Radiant tower, or Radiant's middle tower, like the Radiant running out of towers. Like, yeah, we keep saying it because it's definitely true. I mean, Pugna has his Nether Blast, which does a lot of damage to towers. Venomancer has a Plague Wars, which can push creeps very fast. Lycan has the Wolves, and he usually builds a Necro Book if he's going for a push strat, and he can push really effectively because of Howl and Feral Impulse.
Yep.
And DK has Breathe Fire, so he can push really well. But the pushers are getting really, really out-pushed right now.
And I like the offensive ward now here on the high ground position, giving really aggressive vision for DC, so they know exactly what's going around their base. At the moment, I don't see any attempt to de-ward it, so absolutely map control for DC.
And DC showing their dominance. Oh, we gotta pause. I think DK might be still having issues.
That's time. I go for the net worth and for the graphs as well after all these towers. We have 12k experience for DC, which is not surprising after how these fights went, and for the gold even more, about 16k. And that, yeah, if you look at the towers and how the fight goes, it's also not surprising.
Yes, not surprising indeed. And like really, the thing to me is a push strategy. If you don't win in the first 30 minutes, then you're not going to win the game at all. But DC, like we said, they completely turn this on top of their head, and they actually have a lot of gold because of the towers. Like a lot of that gold, that's what 1600 gold or 16k gold.
Yep. I mean, there's just one outer tower left, so this is almost a complete 6.
Right. That's 5,000 gold. Actually, no, that's only 5 towers down, so it's only 3,000 gold coming out from towers. Everything else is from kills and farming. We got, speaking of kills, Fabio will be going down here very soon. Invoker trying to go for the kill. Lycan force to pop the ulti, just try to kill the Invoker. Invoker will be able to TP out. Pugna almost saved his life with that Decrepify. Now we got Auto Titan. He's going to be going down. Prophet shows up. Those are the Sprout. Catches his own ally. I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. And now Prophet will be losing his life. Lycan going to keep on running. Dennis going to see if he can find himself a kill. Disruptor going to run away. He will be alive. The Wolves are chasing him, though, so he does have to be very careful about that. And now he's fine. And, oh yeah, right, Faces Void. He's here. He's going to go ahead and come forward. Got himself a Mask of Madness. Does get a bash. Catches 2 people, 3 people. Oh my gosh, he might be able to get the kills. He does see the people on the other side. Will be able to kill 1, kills 2, kills 3. 3 people for him. He was going to get stunned up, coming out from the DK. And now Faces Void will try to make the great escape, but he won't be able to make it. Too much damage. Yep. DK got too much dot, and that was a very nice play.
I was about to say that was really unfortunate trade for DC, because it was, till the Void came in, it was a 1 for free, but the Void pretty much cleaned up, even though he had to pay with his life for it. I mean, the DK is happy now because he got the dominating streak, but like, I like the Chrono. Did you see the positioning of the Chrono? Really nice. Like, he took the first target in and put it that way that like you protect what you're hitting, plus he got even the supports in, so like this was picture perfect Chrono.
Now guys, just to throw a point out there as well, if you guys ever want to see a beautiful Chrono, just like take that Chrono you just saw on DC and then put my allies instead of my enemies, and that's usually my Chrono, and that's what I call a beautiful Chrono.
Yep.
That's usually what happens to me, so darn you Takedo, or Takamaru. Darn you Takamaru for being good at this game.
No, that's anyway what I like about Dota 2. Like all these big ultimates, Black Hole, RP, Chrono. Like there's nothing better than, for
Do
example,
you
a
see this? Do you
team.
see? Oh, whoa, do you see
Oh,
this?
yeah,
Ah, okay.
he TP'd
That
him.
was that was scary. Double damage Dazzle hurts. But yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I like that. Like it's so nice to watch, especially if a team already is like in a disadvantage or something, and then suddenly there's like this 5-man RP coming out or this 5-man Chrono, and like they're just going for it. But mid, we have action on Invoker.
The stun does come off from L-Titan. Invoker will be held in place. Lycan pops at ulti. Shallow Grave coming up from Dazzle. Ulti from Disruptor. Nice little bait. Dazzle Pierce gets thrown out as well. Now we got a lot of people going down. Venomancer, he gets blown up by Invoker. And actually, Invoker did die, but he does buy back. I'm not too sure. Oh, he has boost shop, so he will be back to his fight. Meanwhile, Disruptor's on the run once again. He's going to continue to run. Sadly, Lycan won't be able to get his kill. He will be losing his life very soon. Chronosphere from Faces Void. He comes to the fight, kills Dennis on that Lycan first, goes around, tries to get a kill on top of L-Time. Will he be able to get his big question? We got the Trapper Pop on top of Faces Void. He finally does go down. Pugna going to be able to claim the kill on top of that one. Actually, no, DK claims the kill on top of that one. Breathe Fire plus a lot of stuff, plus the Crapify helped him get the kill. Now we got Disruptor in a little bit of trouble, taking a bunch of damage. Negative Earn Charge. Once again, he's going to continue running. Pops himself a Ghost Scepter, which will help him stay alive from the right clicks, but not too terribly much. I just heard a Dagon. Dagon is on Invoker, guys. Dagon Invoker. Dagon Dota. Fabio, he might be going out here very soon. Invoker has a Tornado Stick, so he can't actually drop on top of DK. Invoker can easily turn this around as a kill on top of DK if NATO does decide to, step a little too close to the sun. It looks like the Sunstrike will not be falling down here very soon, so my joke makes no sense now.
Oh, that was so, like, I have to say this was so unlucky for Aeon. If you just saw that, he just had an uphill miss on the Furion. The Furion escapes with like below 50 HP, and you have the same on the Disruptor. Like if you saw it, like the DK like did a fire breath on the Disruptor, and he was assuming the Disruptor is dead, and he already turned around, but the Disruptor had like below 10 HP. So this is a below 10 and a below 50 HP target. Really, really unfortunate for the DK there. Like this should have been 2 kills. Like, yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't call it RNG. It's just really bad luck. Just
Yeah,
bad
no.
luck.
That's totally RNG, guys. That's totally RNG. That's 25%. It's a freaking 25% mischance in DK is a ranged person when he's a dragon form. So, yeah, extremely unfortunate, and that does make me sad as well.
Yeah. This would have been a much better trade if those 2 heroes would have died. I mean, we have a buyback on Evoker. I mean, overall, like DC came as a winner out of this fight, but it cost them again their carry who died after the Chrono. It cost them a buyback on Evoker. So those 2 supports being dead, that would have been.
Oh, Invoker's gonna explode! Whoever the heck that was a Venomancer. I had to go look at the body to figure out, look at all the body parts everywhere to figure out who the heck it was. Because he just got. I mean, that's the beauty of the Quas X-Sword Invoker sometimes. Yeah. He just explodes you.
To be honest, like the Dagon is kind of a troll item here because, like, Yule's into Meteor Deafening Blast is already enough damage for the Venomancer to die. The Dagon is just making it 110% sure he's dying.
I agree. Oh my god, these fights for Aeon, like Aeon, they should. Actually, no. I was about to say Aeon should have the better team fight, but thinking about Dazzle, thinking about Invoker, and thinking about Disruptor, yeah, they don't really have the better team fight.
But yeah, Chrono is up again. They are pushing this tier 3. Right now, they can hold it off a bit, but they're also pushing bottom. I think we have the game-deciding fight incoming. I can feel it. Like, whatever the outcome is of the next fight, I think this is, yeah.
Well, see. I don't see it that way because oh wait, hold on. We got Pugna doing a bunch of damage to Nature's Prophet. Nice to Crepify plus the Life Suck or Life Strain. But really, this is one of those games where Pugna needs either a heart and like a bunch of armor, or he needs himself a BKB, which I don't think a BKB will save him anyway.
Yeah. And they play with vision around now. Like, DC has a ward now in the base, so it's not like you can hide and fog a wall uphill. No, they actually see where they are. But on the other hand, it's exactly the way downhill because the Wolves of Lycan are scouting out whatever they do.
Oh my god, Disruptor got a glimpse on top of DK. DK does dodge the wall just in time. And now Face Void comes forward, gets a Chronosphere, catches 3 people inside of it. One person taking a bunch of damage coming up from the backsplash. And it looks like Face Void will be able to claim both those kills. DK in a lot of trouble. Mechanism gets popped, keeps him nice and healthy, but Invoker drops a meteor to put him nice and sick again. Elder Titan ulti gonna come through, trying to give himself a nice little stun, a nice little stomp. Not gonna be able to get it, Dazzle throughout the poison touch in time. And there's a Dagon coming up for Invoker, and triple kill going for Invoker. Pugna looks like he's next on the menu. Pugna might be able to get his kill on top of Invoker if he's, yeah, it's on cooldown. If Pugna had the life drain, he will be able to use it. Actually, Pugna's taking a crap ton of damage. Actually dies in Fountain. Ultra kill for Invoker. No rampage, so I'm
Really
not
nice.
impressed.
Really
And
nice.
Invoker actually, oh not Invoker, Venomous just gets to the point where he just throws it a laugh.
And to be honest, I think this is pretty much GG worthy. This fight, they got absolutely cleaned up, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and there it comes. There it
Yep,
comes.
there's the GG's. Disruptor Force standing trees, and there is the Ancient exploding.
Yeah, very interesting. Like against all predictions we had, like we
Mm-hmm.
were seeing Aeon split pushing and pushing towers, and they tried on the tier 1 mid and offline, but
Mm.
it
Yeah,
just didn't work out. DC turned it around, and they were more pushing, more aggressive, and more into building damage than the original Aeon tactic. Didn't work out.
yes. It worked out perfectly. I mean, like, DC didn't play the typical Dota. This is what I love about Dota, or what you say you love about Dota. What I love about Dota is that you don't have to play the same Dota that everybody else plays. DC have a lineup that says Nature's Private Push faces Void farms for 50 minutes, and Invoker does things, and Dazzle supports and Disruptor supports. But they said, no, we're going to push with everybody. And, yep.
Yeah. What I like both teams picked absolutely solid. You can't say,
Hmm.
oh, this was, this game was decided in the draft.
Right.
Both teams picked absolutely solid. Both tactics, both strategy could have worked out, but it didn't.
Hmm.
And for
Hmm.
that reason, we're done with the game. I'm Heflamoke. You're
And
Culblu.
I'm Culblu. Yes. Go
Thank
ahead.
you guys for watching.